Let's go, boom, and we're gonna launch ourselves up and, oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, like what's gonna happen here? This is insane looking. So yeah, we click that and boom, stop sticks. Am I gonna bounce off the top of it? You know, my brain was thinking one thing was gonna happen, but something else completely different happened. All right, folks, it's update day here in BeamNG Drive, and we're gonna be checking out a 0.37. And folks, that's a presidential limo, and that's a giant cannon. And when you combine the two, it's absolutely incredible. Here we go. Yeah, buddy! So let's just say the new BeamNG update is a little on the crazy side, and I am absolutely here for it. So yeah, there's a couple key things I'd like to highlight in this update here today. We've got a ton of cool props. We've got the new Grand Marshal Limousine, and this thing is absolutely fantastic, chock full of details, and there's some smaller things, like this new absolutely gorgeous looking UI. But yeah, we really should start here in the vehicle, so let's go ahead and pop open that back door. Let's take a look at the inside of this thing. If you are talking about absolute luxury here, this is incredible looking. I love the lighting at the top. You've got the little TV here, phone, wine glasses. Oh, there's a little keychain in here. I like that. And then I did notice over here, I actually have one of these mugs in real life. Like, you could buy those on the BeamNG shop. And yeah, this thing does have a V8 in it, so that's the thing. Also, something else you're probably noticing in the top right is this modifier menu. I'm still getting used to it, but it's actually pretty freaking nifty. So it kind of shows you like what you can do as far as your recover, opening up the radial menu. But if you hold the modifier down, it brings you to the vehicle-specific controls, which I think is pretty cool. Also, I love the details inside of this thing. I like the whole fact that you got the realistic mirrors now, so you can't really even see out the back. You really just see the back seat. I mean, I guess you could somewhat see out the back window there. So yeah, you know, we got to take this thing out for a quick spin here. Just kind of fill it out. You know, honestly, it's pretty powerful filling. I mean, it is like a presidential version of it. But yeah, there's several, I think there's like 4 different configurations. And yeah, there's a derby configuration. And yes, you know we're going to have to do some multiplayer with that. Also, real quick I love the flags in the front, but is this one immune to police? Oh, never mind. That answered my question really quick. Well, gosh darn it, I'm the leader of the free world here. Hold on, let me go ahead and fly through traffic. You know, honestly, it cuts up way better than you think it would. Like, it's a limousine, it's a long vehicle, don't get me wrong. But, like, you can change direction pretty easy. It does slide around quite a bit. I tested it a bit before this video. And yeah, it's honestly super controllable. Let's take the off-ramp here. Oh, I love this. This is cool. And does it slide? You know, honestly, you could probably do a little bit of drifting in this. Let's see if we can get back on the highway here. Oh, turn. Okay, I might have clipped the front bumper. It's fine. It's fine. So, man, you know, I really wish that the police can deploy some of the new props that you're going to see here today. Because they have finally added some really, really freaking cool spike strips to the game. And I feel like it'd be perfect if we can get the police to use them. So yeah, let's go ahead. Hold on, I'm gonna run this cop off the road over here. Let's go, boom, and we're gonna launch ourselves up and, oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, so yeah, we're gonna put this thing through its paces. It's cool seeing this new limousine version. Now, it's not a full refresh of the Grand Marshal. So yeah, I think pretty much all the other Grand Marshal configs are pretty much the same, but yeah, here's the Derby one. You gotta respect the horns on the front. Very, very cool looking. Actually, I lied. There's 5 configurations. You got this one, too. This one, it's got one of the ugliest, like, leather interiors I've ever seen, and I absolutely love it. Also comes with the horns. There are camera positions here, so you can be in the rider's seat. So I think that's actually kind of cool. So, yeah, I mean, you can drive yourself around and pretend that you're, you know, riding around in the back of a luxurious limousine here. So yeah, that thing's cool, but there's a lot more to check out. Don't run in the back of me, cop. I'm about to deploy something. So we'll go over some of the bigger props here in a minute, but we got to respect that there are now 11 different configurations for the spike strip. So you've got everything from stop sticks, you got like the scissor spikes, you've got several that you could just actually click buttons to deploy. So yeah, you got this neat little box here, which I think, hold on, we might be able to troll the traffic here. Let's go ahead. We're going to move this over to the shoulder. Do they really use this lane? I don't feel like, yeah, they do. Okay. So yeah, we would place this about like this. Probably should spin this around real quick. So yeah, it's supposed to go parallel to the road. You see where the arrow's aimed at. So yeah, when I say it's a kind of a weird, goofy update, yeah, check this out. All right, so we popped that open there. There is an arm button, or I believe the red button immediately deploys it. So yeah, we click that and boom, stop sticks. They shoot freaking out the side of it. It's really actually incredible. So I think the right one is like an arm, and it'll, I guess when a car passes near, it does it. Or you got the button here, which is the manual mode, and you can click it and deploy the stop sticks. So yeah, there's also a flex dual, and there's an R. So this one, which I've got it aimed the wrong way, you can see how it deploys. I think it's bouncing off the side there. I think I need to turn it around real quick. So yeah, you can get it to deploy out, which you can do it manually here. So you just click a button and it deploys out. So there is something actually with the way the spike strips work. It changes the way it deflates tires. And you gotta be kidding me. Nobody's gonna run this over. Come on, somebody's gotta be desperate to run these. You know, I will run the limousine over the spike strips. So yeah, this is something that is really, really freaking awesome. So we're gonna run, oh wait, do you wanna go over the spike strips, Cop, or you want me to do it? All right, I guess I'm gonna do it here. All right, here it goes, and you hear that? So it's actually slowly letting air out of the tires. It doesn't, and if anybody's played Beam for a long time, you know that tires in this game are a little weird, especially when they blow out. They typically just go boom, and it's over. The spike strip actually will deflate them slowly here. So you can see they're actually running on flats now. So that is actually just a cool little feature with the way they work. But yeah, there's a ton of different spike strips. Honestly, super cool to see that added into BeamNG Drive. So another new feature that's been added is we actually have brake glow in the default game. It's no longer a mod, which I had the Innocent Joker brake glow mod. But yeah, check this out. So if I hit the brakes, look at the backs. It takes a second to get the brakes like truly hot. But yeah, once you do, you will get that brake glow effect every time you really get in the brakes here. That is so awesome looking, and it's pretty dynamic. Like, if you look at it, it actually will start to cool down. I think if you run through water, I saw from the BeamNG Devs video, it'll actually cool the brakes down really quick. So I just thought that was a really, really freaking neat feature, and it was something that I think was pretty necessary for a game like this. It's just like an added detail, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, if we go back down into the props menu here, there is a lot to check out. And there's been a lot of remasters of props. And it's not even just like a remaster. It's like, hey, we added a ton of features. Take, for instance, the large spinner. First thing I need to really, really point out is this thing here, this abomination that we are totally going to have to take through traffic in another video. Yes, they've attached the spinner to a trailer. So I imagine if we had a ram plow truck with the spinner going, we are going to be an unstoppable force, and it's going to be absolutely incredible. But there's more. So this is what the spinner looks like now. It actually looks pretty awesome. There's several different configurations for this thing. Let's go ahead. You know we got to punt the new limo here. The thing is slowly picking up speed. So we're just going to kind of waltz in here, and we're going to attempt to get through it. And here we go. And oh my goodness. Oh, that was beautiful looking. But something that I always thought would be really cool is, like, what if we had a spinner, but it was contained within walls? And you know what? There is a configuration for that too. So boom, check this out. Let's go ahead and get it going here. You got kind of like a car blender. Yeah, this truly might be one of the most random updates I've ever seen. It's just really because of all the props. All right, here we go. Let's just, oh my goodness. You know what? I didn't think about this because it's a limo. It's going to definitely, like, get high-centered here. It's fine. Nothing a good old node grab can't fix. And, yeah, buddy, check that out. Oh, that is, wow. That is very destructive. I think it's going to grind to a halt here. But yeah, it's just the little details here. Like, even the spinner, you can see the motor turning. There's like a little fan on top of it. Like, it just looks so good. I'm so glad a lot of these props got remastered here. And yeah, that's really satisfying. But it gets better. We have the new large roller. We're going to get the high-speed one out. So yeah, there was a roller before. It kind of just looked like what was on the right, but they've added some actual controls to the left side here. So we're just going to drive our limousine up here. Let's Go ahead and slide it and get it in position here. Yeah, buddy. And let's turn this thing on, which it's really cool. It kind of reminds me of a lot of the mod makers where they have like the physical control panels. That's the thing here. So yeah, it's up, down on each side. Fuel shut off. I think it sounds like she's already cranked, so we don't need to worry about that. There's the motor that's powering it. So if we go forward like this, actually it's back. Here we go. So that's spooling the engine up. And okay, we got that going. So we need to click forward here. That turns on the spinners. So yeah, this is kind of how it worked before, minus the control panel. You would drive a vehicle through, but it's really cool. The right lever allows you to adjust the height. So there's like these big hydraulic pistons on top. So right now it's going up, or we can make it go down. So here, let's just drive the limo through it real quick. I think it'll fit through this. I mean, it ain't gonna matter. It should carry it through because it's moving. And yep, okay. You know what? That actually wasn't too bad. I think adjusting the height there saved the limo. So I would assume that you could probably just stick. I don't know how actually strong those pistons are, but I would assume that you could probably just crush vehicles without using the spinner on there. Hold on, let me go ahead and let's shut this a little bit. How tight do we want this to get through? So let's go down. I love they added the physical controls. That's just so neat. I don't know if we could fit through this, but we're going to attempt to. Here we go. Oh, yep. I love that thing. It's so amazing. Also, how is this still driving? Well, actually, it's not really driving. The drive shaft is definitely broken. The engine is somehow intact, though. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. Does the hydraulics, do they run off the engine, too? So, if I go shut off here, hold on. Can I still control the hydraulics? So, oh, they're actually connected in, so I need to turn that back on. Let's crank it back here. Wait a minute. Is that wait, that looks like the old little roller. It's like a little keychain here. Oh my goodness, that is adorable. What, do they sell those in the BeamNG shop? I know they sell a lot of cool merch, but if they sold keychains like this, whew, I'd buy one in a heartbeat. All right, so let's go ahead and put it back into neutral real quick. And then, actually, you know, do we want to keep... No, I think we need to keep the engine spooled up. And what we're going to do here, we're going to go ahead and... Here, spin this around. We're going to drive this, like, halfway up it, or halfway through it. Maybe about right there should be fine. Oh, you know what? The rollers, they don't lock up. So I guess because they're in neutral, they roll. So, hold on. This should still work. Here, let me jump off. So if I hold that... and it should continue to go down. This is now going to act like a crusher. I'm pretty sure it goes, like it can go all the way down to where it's touching the other roller. So this works, right? Or does it, oh, you know what? It's actually resisting. Hold on, let me see if I can I force it down? Oh, there it goes. I don't know if it's got enough. It's not like a hydraulic press. Like I don't think the pistons have a whole lot of strength behind them. So I think it normally relies on the roller. It did make a ding into it. Like it definitely pressed down into it, but it didn't do the full like hydraulic press and squish it. So the next prop that we're gonna check out, I think I'm gonna need a little assistance from a ramp. They've actually added a trampoline. And this trampoline is fully adjustable. So if we go to the tuning menu, you can adjust the height, the size. Let's go ahead and make it max size here, which is, I guess, 15 meters. And then you can actually adjust the springs, I guess, around it. So I guess you can make it like super stiff or super boingy. Is boingy even a word? Probably not. Something I just made up. But yeah, I was going to see if I could launch off the car jump arena and potentially land on that bad boy down there. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's look where we land and then we'll know where to stick the trampoline. So right around the 400 mark. All right, before we destroy the trampoline, we know where to stick this bad boy. So 400 mark, maybe we'll go about 370 here. So if I set this like this, I'm going to have to hit this at an angle, but is it going to work? Wait, why is it going down in the thing? Hold on, I might have to use the world editor here to get this thing settled here. Either I'm going to look like a genius or an absolute idiot. I'm just going to run into the side of it, but we're about to see here. Okay, here we go. Am I going to bounce off the top of it? You know, my brain was thinking one thing was going to happen, but something else completely different happened. Also, I think that just confirmed that you could split the limo because I think the chassis just ripped in half. I had a question about that. I was like, oh, I wonder if you can blow it in half. And yeah, that's the thing. You know what? Let's use the trampoline as intended. Wait, if I just like deploy all these parts on there, what happens? It somewhat bounces. Let me get the whole car. Okay, here it comes. Yep, it works. It's a car trampoline, or basically whatever you could spawn in trampoline. You know, I kind of want to run a plane into it. Do you think it would bounce the plane back? Yeah, trampoline inside a Beam. There was actually a mod that was a trampoline. We checked it out. It's probably been over a year ago. So yeah, you've got that. You've got another really, really freaking unique one. So if we scroll down here, you're going to notice one called the pressure ball. So it's just a big ball filled with air. But I know what everybody's thinking. Can you stick the vehicle? I don't think this is a good candidate for it. We need something a little bit smaller. Can I put the K series in here? It might need to be like a widgeon or a pigeon, but hold on. Let's see. All right, and let's drive forward. Yep, there it goes. You can roll the ball forward. So obviously we need to stick this at the top and maybe roll it down the whole ramp. Also, another thing is this thing is completely adjustable like everything else props wise. So let's scale it down. I want it a little bit closer. I feel like that's gonna roll better down the car jump arena here. There's nothing in the way. Ooh, the fences. I might have to despawn those. Hold on, put that there. No, this might work. So question is, what's gonna happen when it bounces here? All right, I need you to move. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to lift it slightly. Let's just pause it real quick. Oh, it does crush, by the way. Okay, here we go. All right, we got her spawned in. Oh no. Come on, I need you to move forward here. We might need to rock it a little bit. Okay, back, forward. So it should, in theory, be kind of bouncy. I think it's getting caught on, yep, it's getting caught on the fences here. There we go. There's nothing left to get caught on. All right, let's roll it down the car jump arena. Oh my goodness, it makes a fun noise too. Sounds like somebody like rapidly like dribbling a basketball. Okay, my traction control is kicking in. Hold on, let me turn that off. There we go. I mean, it doesn't get like super speed, but it is working. I am curious when it gets off the end of the ramp here, if I don't hit those billboards, which that might be a thing, like what's gonna happen here? This is insane looking. Oh no, she's turning. Don't hit those. Please don't hit the billboards. Don't hit the billboards. And here we go, off the ramp. Huh? Oh, I'm bouncing around in it now. Oh, yep, it's got a mind of its own. It's probably gonna naturally roll down. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that is incredible looking. You know, I kind of want to spawn a bunch of those at the top of the Crash Hard Mountain and see what happens. Yeah, I like the whole fact that you can tune everything. And there's a lot of, like, configurations for the props now. It's not just, hey, there's just one prop. It's like, no, there's a ton of different things that you can do. And, yep, we are rolling down in a bouncy ball down the car jump arena. I mean, it's incredible because the car can't lose momentum here. And the ball is only getting faster, by the way. Yep, that's the thing. I think it's gonna finally slow down once it gets to the flat here. I wonder if it floats. I bet you it does float. Yeah, if it's filled with air, it should float on the water. So I guess in theory you could spawn. Yeah, it does float. So yeah, you could spawn a car in there. It might let it sink a little bit, but I think it's gonna be buoyant enough. And if not, you can change it in the tuning menu. That, yeah, you're not gonna have any issues. So yeah, there's been a couple more things that have been overhauled here. We're not gonna be able to go over every prop, but there is one last thing I do want to check out. So the last feature we're going over real quick are these new crawl trails. And these things are seamless now. So I just have to drive in the area and you can see where the trail is going to go. There's no longer a loading screen or anything. So you just click play and then it activates the trail. It's just seamless. No loading, no menus to really go into. And then, yeah, you've got yourself a trail set up here and you can go up it. You got the waypoints. It kind of gives you probably an idea as to how they're going to do a lot of the career mode and like the free roam. If they can make stuff pretty much all seamless, except for maybe like racing, it'd be fantastic. So yeah, we've got ourselves a crawl here. We're supposed to go all the way to the top. But yeah, it's just a neat feature. This update was packed full of a bunch of stuff. And a lot of it was random. A lot of it was just kind of weird and quirky. But yeah, it's a lovely update. It is available now if you guys want to check it out. And we'll see you guys next time.